madala homu akumeka wo sungula loko akumeka yena wa ku tivisa Eva Mota Eva makwa madala hi ku lova ka yena ka vanhu lava va nga lova lava n'wanyani kusukela eka sesi wa yena hi yena munhu wa ku hetelela ku va a tiveka leswaku a ri na yena mufi na loyi a rhandzana na yena loyi a tshama na yena hi yena munhu wo hetelela ku va na yena a nga si lova na Brilliant Mashego hi yena munhu wo hetelela mehliwa ku va a kumeka a ri na yena na loko lova Zanele Mota munhu wa ku hetelela loyi a ri na yena hi yena mehliwa ni vulavula na Willie Mota kumbe Willie Mashava hi yena munhu wa hetelela loyi swi tivekaka ku a ri na yena loko a nga si lova.
The speed with which she launches the claims once the people have died, this tallies with the information that the evidence that now I will give you this portion, and once the claim has been settled, then the balance will be paid off.
Xihatla lexi a claimaku hi xona loko vanhu lava ku lova sweswo swi hlamusela leswaku kumbe ku seketela leswaku mali leyi ni nga ta mi hakela yona leyi nga ta va yisele ni ta yi hakela loko se ti-insurance ti hakerile swi seketela sweswo vumbhoni byebyo lebyi hi nga byitwa lebyi nga hlamuseriwa leswaku a rhangisa mali yin'wanyana a vula ku leyi nga ta sala ni ta yi hakela loko se ti-insurance ti hakerile swi seketela ndlela leyi a hatlisaku hi yona ku va a endla ti-claim eka ti-insurance.
Her instructions to other people to keep her communication with them secret.
Swin'wana leswi fanele swi languta i ku lerisa vanhu lava a vulavulaka na vona va nga si lova leswaku swi va xihundla xa vona va nga tivisi vanhu van'wanyani ku wa vulavula na vona.
These instances cannot be set the application of the rule against admission of to be the infringement of the rule against the accepted admission of similar circumstantial similar fact evidence can be.
Vumbhoni byebyo ni nge vuli leswaku a byi tirhisiwi hi ndlela kumbe hi ndlela ya ka ku nga landzeriwi nawu loko fanele ku landzeleriwa wona loko ku tirhisiwa vumbhoni lebyi fanaka byi yelanaku ku va ku tekiwa xiboho xa leswaku mehliwa u na nandzu.
From my analysis, I'm satisfied that I did not apply the rule simply there, meaning just simply imposing it there without serious reflection.
Iku ya hi leswi ni nga endlisa xona loko ni langutisa vumbhoni lebyi hinkwabyo ni tsakile leswaku a ni lo endla ntsena hi ku olova hi ndlela leyo kumbe ku endla ku hetisa nawu.
On the basis of this analysis, I am satisfied that the facts disclose the need for the admission, and they disclose that the accused is one of the many people who, like Madame Defarge during the French Revolution, was always present knitting. That's what the French call the knitting, symbol of the Defarge, Lady Defarge.
Leswi swi nga vekiwa arivaleni swi ni tsundzuxa leswi eka nandzu wun'wanyana wa le France la Madame Defarge va nga hlamuseriwa leswaku nkarhi hinkwawo loko ku humelela timhangu ta leswi va nga hehliwa hi swona a va ri kona swi fana na swona eka nandzu lowuwani.
As stated above, there are certain counts which are formulated in the alternative.
Tani leswi se ni nga vula ke ku na yin'wanyana milandzu leyi yi nga ehliwa kambe ku hlamuseriwa leswaku hi leyi fambelanaku kumbe yi fambisanaku na leyo sungula eka la anga ehliwa kona.
I must caution that this is not they are not put like the grilled meal dish. In law, they are entitled to do so.
Aslo endliwa tani ntsena hi nawu va na mfanelo ya ku swi endla sweswo.
But the incitement count is problematic. The count 9, what is count 9?
Count 9 is the murder count of Zanele Mota.
But now
count 11
yes.
is conspiracy.
Yes, the conspiracy theory is also problematic. Unfortunately, both the state and the defense didn't go into that in greater details.
Kuna ka milandzu leyo fana leyo ni hlamuselaku kuna milandzu leya ya ku kucetela kuna xiphiqo eka yona kuna tinkinga kwalana i nandzu lowu wa vu-9 na wa vu-11 hi laha ku vulavuriwa kona hi nandzu lowu mehliwa a nga rhwexiwa wona nandzu wa ku boha xikungu xa ku dlaya leswi endlaku ku swi nga olovi emhaka ya ku muyimeri wa mfumo na yena muyimeri loyi a nga yimela mehliwa a va ku zangi ku va na leswi va nga swi endla hi ku enta eka vuxokoxoko bya nandzu walowo a nga hehliwa hi wona muhehliwa.
The conspiracy would need the meeting of the minds between the accused and the alleged conspirators, or the people who were invited to kill Mota.
Loko hi vulavula hi ku boha xikungu ku fane ku va na vumbhoni lebyi kombetaka ku hi mihleketo va kotile ku va va hlanganisa mihleketo va boha xikungu xa ku va ta dlaya Zanele Mota.
And according to the evidence of Ndlovu, they saw the plea or the request of the accused as a cash cow. They said, we're not going to kill it, but we are going always to make it to pay, to put.
Hi ku ya hi vumbhoni bya Ndlovu loko va komberiwa kumbe va xaviwa leswaku va ya dlaya vona va swi langutangi va swi teka hi ndlela ya ku va ta swi endla kumbe hi ndlela ya ku va ku ri xikungu vona va swi vone tani ku i ndlela ya ku endla mali va ta n'wi hakerisa mali kambe va nga tiyimiselangi ku ya dlaya.
In that event, there is a very serious element missing, the meeting of the minds.
Se a va nga twanani hi mihleketo a ku ri hava xikungu lexi va nga xi boha hi leswi swi nga ri kona eka mihleketo ya lava va komberiwa ku dlaya na mukomberi.
Accordingly, I'm not satisfied that the state has proven that case.
Se eka nandzu walowo wa nga hehliwa hi wona wa ku boha xikungu ni tsakangi leswaku muchuchisi muyimeri wa mfumo u kotile ku kombeta vumbhoni handle ka ku kanakana leswaku u na nandzu eka sweswo.
Count 13 and 15 to 20. They relate to the attempted murder of Joyce Ndlovu and the children, and among others.
Count 13 na count 15 to 20 imilandzu leya ya ku ringeta ku dlaya Joyce Ndlovu na van'wanyana lava hlayiwaka.
Again, I've got some difficulty whether there was an attempt.
Na kwalaya ni na ku tikeriwa ku va ku vona leswaku u ringetile na.
The people invited were acting in a form of to arrest, like a trap.
Vanhu lava va nga rhambiwa ku ku ya ku dlayiweni vona maendlelo ya vona a ko va ku hi lo n'wi riya ku hi ta kota ku n'wi khoma
There was no way one can, argue that they were going, even the warrant officer, the man was going to execute that.
A ku na ndlela leyi munhu a nga ta swi vulavula hi yona ku swi kaneta ku my lord, the accused is requesting that she be allowed to.
But we are not going to adjourn. We are just going to let her. The court is still in session, please. Let's respect it. You will be released just shortly. As I've said, it cannot be said that they wanted to kill, to murder those people. But their visit was not without meaningful contribution. Because if you take what they discovered, added to the factors which are relied upon by the state in the issues of similar circumstantial, similar facts, evidence. So it was not without profit. So accused on count 13, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I'm satisfied that the state has proven a claim of an count or an offense of incitement. Is that section 18?
Yes, ma'am.
A and B?
Righteous assembly.
Righteous assembly, yes. Now, when Lakiwe Mkize confronted Mrs. Mushwana, is that count number 14?
Mushwana, yes, ma'am, that is count 14.
Yes. On count 14, look, the accused and the alleged hitman, Nkadi, traveled from Gauteng to via Mpumalanga to Limpopo in Mashishing or Mapulia name. Lakim Keys, on his own evidence, he went into the house. And whatever prompted him not to do what he was instructed to do, I cannot comment on that. But surely that cannot be said to be insignificant. There was an attempt. I therefore find that in respect of count 14, the state has proven his case of attempted murder.
Ka count 14, leswi a nga fika swi endla Lakiwe Mkhize loko a ya laha ka Mani Mshwana. Hambileswi ni nga ta ka ni nga vuli nchumu hi swona, ni vona leswaku mimiri wa mfumo kotile ku kombisa hi vumbhoni leswaku ku ve na ku ringeta ku lava ku dlaya Mani Mshwana.
In the circumstances and from the careful analysis and evaluation, which was based on the principle of law, I am satisfied that the state has proven its case beyond reasonable doubt, and the version of the accused is rejected as not reasonably possibly true. And may the accused please rise.
Ngayi Mama Ndlovu.
In the circumstances, the following order is made. Accused is found guilty on count 1, that's murder of Madala Homo. Count 2, that is the murder of Nomia Ndlovu, or 3. Account 7, Yingwani Morris Mabasa. Count 9, Zanele Mota. Count 10, the death of Mayeni Mashaba or Willie Mota. Count 12, Brilliant Mashiho. Have I covered all the counts?
All the murder counts?
Yes.
Xileriso lexi endliwaka I ku eka nandzu wo sungula ku dlaya Madala witness Homo u voniwa ri na nandzu wa vumbirhi wa Somisa Audrey Ndlovu u voniwa nandzu wa ku dlaya wa vu-7 wa Yingwani Morris Mabasa u na nandzu wa vu-9 Zanele Mota u na nandzu wa vu-10 Mayeni Mashaba Mota Willie u na nandzu wa Brilliant Mashiho wa vu-12 nakona u na nandzu.
The accused is also found guilty on count 3, 4, 5, 6. And 8.
Na nandzu lowa vunharhu wa vumune wa vutlhanu wa vu-6 na wa vu-8 u kumeka u ri na nandzu.
Meaning that he's found guilty on count of defeating administration of justice, fraud on clientele limited, fraud on one life insurance, fraud on Old Mutual, fraud on passport.
Leswi vulaka ku u na nandzu wa ku sivela vanawu ku va tirha, nandzu wa ku fraud eka clientele, fraud ya ka One Life, fraud ya ka Old Mutual na fraud ya le ka Asupol.
On the conspiracy, count 11, I found that the state has not proven its case beyond reasonable doubt, and the accused is not found guilty and discharged on that count.
I nandzu lowa wa ku boha xikungu xa ku dlaya ku hava vumbhoni lebyi muyimeri wa mfumo a nga byi kombisa bya leswaku ni nandzu kwalano u bohi ku vona u ri hava nandzu.
On count 13 and counts 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20, that is attempted murder, the accused is found guilty of the crime of incitement and not attempted murder.
Ka nandzu lowa wa 13, 14, 13, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 na 20 a wu hehliwe hi nandzu wa ku ringeta ku dlaya, kambe u bohi ku vona u ri hava nandzu hi sweswo, kambe u na nandzu wa ku va u kucetele vanhu ku va ya dlaya, ku hlohlotela ku ya dlaya.
Lastly, on count 14, the accused is found guilty of attempted murder of her mother. That is my order.
Ka count 14 la u na nandzu wa ku ringeta ku dlaya mama wa wena.
No previous convictions against the accused.
Can you where's the book? Just a minute. Yes, Mr. Soko. Yes, time limits. Have you discussed the dates with your colleague?
No, my lord. Perhaps if the court can just assist us and give an indication when it will be suitable to go on court. What the state is also going to request is Mr. Soko is aware of the state's request that the psychologist of the police unit.
Why?
I wish to present evidence for sentence purposes.
So is it really necessary?
No, Your Worship. No, my lord. No, certainly not. The reports are already being drafted, so, but it's going to be within the next week. We'll be ready for sentencing.
But does that then not mean that the defense has got also the right to do
Yes.
that?
Yes, my lord.
Yes, Mr. Soko, obviously this hasn't crossed your mind. And sorry? You see, if they produce the pre-sentencing report, you may wish to engage different aspects to do that.
My lord, if I can just assist, what is
And
it?
who from the police is doing it?
It's Colonel Myberg. Colonel Myberg from the psychology unit.
Because I will tell you why I'm raising
Yes,
this.
my lord. It's not a pre-sentence report per se.
Okay,
It's an aggravating report. Also,
but it's neutral.
yes, it's neutral. The defence was invited to consult with Advocate Colonel Myberg and also to give their input. So it's not a report, a one-sided pre-sentence report. It's a report to put the court in a position to understand also the dangerous element of the situation or the offender. But it's a neutral report. It's not to say, to preempt what the contents of the report is going to say.
And it says coming from,
Colonel Myberg.
you know, because I've been subjected to some things called
No.
pre-sentencing reports, which my sister,
They don't assist.
I think it's my sister, Sexual, who, you know,
Yes,
once
I
commented
agree.
upon.
An accused can get in the box and repeat everything that is said in that report. It's not such a report, my lord. This report is mostly to assist the court.
I want to, what is the time that you like us to, if I get it in time,
Yes, my lord. So
it won't be, I mean, the on the report, it won't be as long as
No.
this judgment.
No,
Because
no.
here I wanted everybody to understand
Yes.
the background where I come from, and
No,
why
I
I run on that.
Yes, my lord. So if the defence wish to participate in compiling their side into this report, they are invited. Mr. Soko was invited to participate or have his client participate in this process.
And then what is, I'm ready
Then I'm
anytime.
looking at Monday. We can commence on Monday or Tuesday. If the court
The coming week.
yes,
Monday, the coming week is what?
Monday's date, my lord.
The report will be ready.
I will push for it. It's 25th.
But let's give them an opportunity.
I agree with the court.
The 25th and add another 7 days.
And another.
I would have loved to do it. Can you what are we doing on the next week Friday? That is that matter of Kuba. Am I right? Look, let's make it, and that week.
The week thereafter is the 1st of November. It's election day. It's a public holiday, so the 2nd of November.
And what is the Friday?
The Friday.
I'm involved in a matter which is also,
lengthy.
Yeah.
That date, my lord, is the 5th of November, 2021.
Okay. Can you just block it out? When did you postpone the one of Cuba 2? Okay, let me. Okay, they're still sorting it out. I'm retiring on the 5th. Once I finish, I'm gone.
Is it the 5th? November. My lord, no, I understand, my lord. Otherwise, we can, if the court wishes to make it an earlier date.
No, I'm joking. I'm retiring in 2024.
Will be while I finish.
Can you postpone to the 5th? 5th. Yes. In order to have the benefit of the expect or the proper the imposition of appropriate sentence, the matters then adjourned to the 5th of November. And I don't need to remind the accused that he's now remanded in custody.
As please on board, my lord.
Can I just switch off the machine? Is it off? Finally, I want to inform everybody present that I'm not in the business of giving people accolades. That's what they're employed to do. I guess this is what even the former chief just said when he was asked, what do you want your legacy to be? We are all employed to do that which we do. But it will be unfair and remiss of me not to extend the court's appreciation for the wonderful work that Sergeant Mabunda did when particularly he was faced with these threats. And if one has to contextualize those threats, they would relate to the fire, fires being lying in the Ivory Park, getting dust, and being threatened to such an extent that and for that, I think we owe you a gratitude.
Thank you, madam.
To the prosecution, you folks, you don't know, I would be here early in the morning. She would come with a suitcase, well prepared, and the amount of effort that he put into this was wonderful. I appreciate it.
Thank you, my lord.
Lastly, Mr. Soko, I observed you sometime you wanted to throw in the towel. No, okay, this is all what we take the oath to do. I really recognize that. And to that, and eventually to the entire support staff, folks, I really, really, really say to you all, I thank you.
As a please on
Good. And that is your role.
That concludes our role.
Where's the chief? The court agents?
Nomia Ndlovu has been found guilty on 6 counts of murder. She's been found guilty of insurance fraud, guilty of incitement to murder, but not of attempted murder. And so the court has adjourned for now. Of course, they will be going through sentencing procedures soon. We'll get more from my colleague Hasina Gori, who's been covering that story. She's sitting in court at the moment. We're going to go for a quick break. We'll have more news for you thereafter.